Hey guys. So I usually do not frog things. I just finish it regardless of how much I hate working on it. It's probably why I put off starting some stuff, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. In any event, I am saying that because I pulled that out to frog it. It is currently a UFO. It is supposed to be a throw blanket to snuggle up on my porch when it's cooler out. However, hold please. It's not that I didn't know I already had blankets, but when I was straightening things up over on the utility side of the basement yesterday to make my makeshift workout area, trying to go slow. I cleaned up over here too. That's a yoga mat, and there are my weights and some stretchy stuff. I realized it was pretty ridiculous to make yet another blanket, considering I made this one for my dad. I made this one for my room at my mom's house like 30 years ago. It matched the walls. And I made this one, which you can't tell what it is, but it's a Superman cape. I made this one for my dad for Father's Day. Because he showed me how he walked around with probably that blanket wrapped around himself in the morning because it was so cold. I made him a cape, so he wouldn't have to do that. Well, fast forward to me living in this house and it's cold as shit. So I'm always under a blanket, and not necessarily when I'm walking around, but I'm always under a blanket if I'm sitting still. So in any event, these are, I can't even say it's all the extra blankets, because got that one too. That is a nostalgic blanket for me. I remember that being on my parents' bed when I was little, so I washed it multiple times. It's been in the basement probably for 40 years. I pulled this bin out to actually frog this because I knew I wasn't that far along. And as much as it would pain me to frog it, especially, can you tell? I used 3 strands because this was, supposed to be a scrap blanket to use up red, white, and blue is the theme. I'm not going to tell you how everything's decorated, but red, white, and blue is the theme, and or the colors at least. That's why I used 3 at once. But based on the size, I can finish this row, which is only like, back up. You see the end? You see both the ends? I got short arms, guys. Okay, so that is all I have to do. And then we're gonna call this a scarf and give it to Christmas at Sea, because I think it's just about the right dimensions. I know skinny width-wise, technically it would be length if it was going to continue as a blanket, but we're calling it width because it's now a scarf. So width-wise, it's fine. Length, it might be slightly long, but I know if the things don't meet their requirements, and it's safety requirements, these people are on, always got my dad in my head, they're on boats. It's not a boat carry, it's a ship. They're all big ass ships. So everything has to be safe. You know, I don't want anybody to have a bad outcome, to use my technical language, because of something that I made. So Christmas at Sea finds another charity to give the ones that don't meet their requirements. So that is going to start my Christmas. That is going to start my Christmas at Sea pile for, I'm going to say this year, I already I already mailed the ditty bags that I finished, as well as the scarves that my mom had sent me. So I've already mailed them a package this year after the most recent Christmas. So it's going to be given away for Christmas coming up, 2023. So believe it or not, I'm going to pull this UFO out and finish it because I just changed what it's going to be. Using this big of a hook is kind of a pain in the ass. The 3 strands. I mean, it works, but it's very slow going. For me, anyway. But we only have this little bit to do to the end. Y'all, I am extremely tempted to just say that this is done. But I know myself, I need to go get a yarn needle and actually fully finish this right now. So it's actually done and is not just put back in the pile to finish later. So I'll be right back. I am back and I got a massive yarn needle. So we're gonna finish this. Anybody else need to be super comfortable when they're working on their projects? I do. That's why you see me doing most of it on the couch. I did some crochet while I had my car in the shop. They needed to fix tire pressure monitoring system, and you know, it's very rare for my neck to hurt while I'm messing with really any craft on the couch. But sitting in the chair at the dealership, having to look down instead of basically being at eye level because I'm slouched. Sorry, Missy. Kind of bothered my neck. So if you ever think I'm just being lazy, I'm not. Really. I'm being ergonomic. And you should try it too. Same thing with working my pieces on my lap instead of holding them. I don't know how you guys do that. Like, my hands do not like that. So So that's part of the reason why I don't hold the work after, you know, a certain number of rounds when it gets too big. The other reason is because I learned crochet when I was fairly young, at 8, and I probably didn't have the, I don't know, manual dexterity, or I don't know the proper term. I probably couldn't hold it back then. I don't necessarily know that that was the way I was taught, but it is the way that I've always done it. So that's why I do it the way that I do it. Missy's rubbing on you guys. No. Stop. She's off the stand now.
There's a little yarn pool. Two, actually. I don't know if you can see the white one too. Yeah, there you can see the red and the white. So I'm just kind of sliding them up under some stitches. Can't do it with the white one. Alright, so what I did was split the difference. I found this loop on the other side and kind of, like I said, split the difference.
crooked. Better. All right, there we go, guys. Another UFO finished, kinda, because we changed what it actually was. It was supposed to be a blanket, and now it is a scarf for Christmas at Sea. I do a lot of charity sewing and crochet and knit for Christmas at Sea. It's from Seamen's Church Institute. It is a handcrafted wearables, winter wearables program for merchant marines. The sewing comes in with ditty bags, which are essentially drawstring bags that the crochet and knit items are put into. But I had a ton of fabric, so that's how I chose to use it up. And I will put their information here. So you can also create things for them if you so wish to. So that's, like I said, another UFO finished. And until next time, peace out, homies.